Several carriages of a train plying from Putlam to Mount Lavinia had detached this morning.
The Department of Railways says that 2 engineers from the railway line unit at the operations unit have been appointed to make inquiries into the incident.
According to the railway control room, the engine and 2 carriages of the Putlam Mount Lavinia office train known as the Bangadeniya detached at about 6:41 this morning between the Lunuvilla and Nathandi railway stations.
When I returned after switching off the lights, part of the train was left behind, while the rest were moving. Then people gathered around.
The train arrived and the engine along with 2 compartments moved towards the station. The rest stopped here. The railway control room notes that the Bangadeniya train was delayed by at least 30 minutes in arriving at the Colombo Fort railway station, owing to the detachment of the carriages. No casualties or property damage was reported as a result of the incident.
Similar incident reported last morning. Moving Colombo-Badulla night mail train. 5 compartments and the engine of the Colombo-Dambulla night mail train detached from the 13-carriage train. Such incidents occur when there is a fault in the tracks. General Manager of Railways. A project with solutions at discussion level. General Manager of Railways. When similar incidents occur within the space of 2 days, will the public not have doubts regarding the service?
20 people have been injured following an accident involving a bus near the first mile post of the Gampola Hemmatagama road.
The police media unit says the driver had lost control of the bus owing to a technical fault and that the bus had crashed into an earth embankment as the driver attempted to maneuver it away from a precipice.
The passengers were a group from Panadura who were on an excursion to Ambuluava. The injured are being treated at the Gampola hospital.
Meanwhile, 2 people were killed in separate road accidents reported today.
1 person was killed when a tipper plying from Valimada to Badulla veered off the road and toppled into the Umaoya in the Puhulpola area in Valimada last night. The police say that the driver had lost control of the vehicle. A father and son duo had been travelling in the tipper when tragedy struck. The duo were admitted to the Valimada hospital for treatment. The son, who was in critical condition, was pronounced dead after being admitted to the Badulla General Hospital. The deceased has been identified as 20-year-old R.M. Pobudu Madhushankar, a resident of Pahalakotavara, Valimada. A motorcyclist was killed when his motorcycle collided with a car in the Udamalala area in Hambantota at about 7 o'clock this morning. Police media spokesperson SSP Ajit Rona said the car plying from Hambantota to Tisamaharama had collided with the motorcycle which was travelling in front. The pillion rider of the motorcycle is receiving treatment at the ICU of the Hambantota Base Hospital. The deceased has been identified as 55-year-old W.P. Premadasa, a father of 3 from the Mola Kapaputana area in Tisamaharama. Police media spokesperson SSP Ajit Rona said the driver of the car, which belongs to UPFA MP Roshan Rana Singha, was arrested and the vehicle impounded.
Up next is Action TV.
Profits should not be expected from essential public services. However, if essential services are being operated amid unbearable continuous losses, the disservice being done to the public should be given more consideration than the benefits of the essential service. The burden borne by the Treasury for the upkeep of services such as transport and electricity can be cited as prime examples. The postal service in this country is among those public services which have become white elephants feeding off the Treasury as a result of gross inefficiency and the failure to innovate. Although technological progress is cited as a cause for the diminishing of the traditional postal service the world over, in the case of Sri Lanka's postal service, the collapse cannot be attributed to technological progress alone. The backdrop against which this building, declared open by the subject minister in Anuradhapura today, was constructed is a prime example of inefficiency and the failure to identify priorities. This building, which was to be a 5-story building that was to be declared open parallel to the 2012 Diatakirula exhibition, was declared open today with only 2 stories. Although the originally planned 5 stories were to be allocated for the North Central Province Deputy Postmaster General's Office, the Provincial Postal Auditor's Office, the Anuradhapura Divisional Postal Superintendent's Office and the North Central Province District Post Control Office, given the fact that the building opened today consisted of only 2 stories, space will now have to be allocated for all 4 offices in this limited space. At the same time, the Anuradhapura General Post Office and the Returning Office, which hold a major position in terms of dispensing the postal service, are being maintained at this 5-decade-old dilapidated building. Financial allocations were made for the renovation of this building during the regime of late President R. Premadasa. The subject minister at the time instead diverted the funds to his electorate in Matale. Financial allocations were made once again during the regime of President Chandrika Bandaranaike Kumaratunga for the renovation of this building. However, the subject minister at that time diverted the funds to his electorate in Badulla. Aside from the Central Postal Exchange in Colombo, this post office and returning office played a major role in the postal service during the war, as the postal service in the northern province was dysfunctional. When will this public service establishment, which has been struck off the Department of Post's priorities list, be restored for the peace of mind of its employees and members of the public who come here seeking an essential service? Minister of Postal Services, this is over to you.
Former Minister of the United National Party MTVsports called on Chief Prelate of the Malathu chapter, Most Venerable Tibetuave Sri Sumangala Thera.
A book titled The Vedagedara Viplava, which included the biography of former Speaker Bakir Marker, authored by Chinasena Velaratna, was presented to the Most Venerable Tibetuave Sri Sumangala Thera.
I am a UN peer. However, I have been put out of the Vice Chairman post of the United National Party. I have been removed from the working committee. I believe that the United National Party is the political party with a record of ideal policies that can create unity in the country and strengthen the economy of the country. No one can remove the affection one has with the policies of the United National Party. As a person, I respect Karujaya Surya. However, I am not convinced with these political decisions.
Later, the book was presented to Venerable Etipola Mahinda Thera, who represented the Askiri chapter at the Natha Devalaya.
Another phase of the Sasunata Aruna program took place today at the Amunukumbura Vihara in Waturagama under the auspices of UNP MP Sajith Premadasa.
I don't want the post of President or Prime Minister or Deputy Minister or any other position. There is no power in the government nor in the opposition. At a time when we are in the opposition without any power, it is only Sajith Premadasa's Sasunata Aruna program that is operational across the whole of Sri Lanka. When I take a look at politics, it feels like a joke to me. We have seen via the media that top posts in politics have a keen interest on temples. None of those major politicians have a heart for anything. They have no place in their heart to render a service to their village temple by utilizing their positions and the benefits they receive.